All right, guys, you know what time it is. Get those jaws ready because we're talking about The Bigger Boat and the favorite lines from the film. Excuse me. I'm very hungry. Can you give me some lunch?
I'm very hungry. Could you give me some lunch?
It's apparent now for the entire audience, even the uninitiated, that there's something about Chance that is severely off.
I mean, a black woman has been feeding him his entire life. So he walks out, he's like, oh, a black woman. Can I have some lunch, please? I'm very like in the entirety of his life, if he was ever hungry, he just had to go to the black woman and say, I'm hungry. Can I have a sandwich?
Amazing the writers didn't miss that part.
She looked at him like
the way that lady looked at you when you flicked that cigarette on him.
All right. When like the way the
What, man? Hey, we're honest with the audience.
Like the way the lady looked at Joker in Joker on the bus when he hands her the card.
Oh, that for some now I'm being stereotypical because I think that's the same lady. It's not. It's no way it's not. Go ahead, man. You never can come back from those racist moments that I pour on you that are not racist.
You need to find yourself a lady. She ought to be old.
You ain't gonna do a young one any good. Not with that little thing of yours.
Luis.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah.
She did say that.
Not with that little thing of yours.
When they unwrapped the chopsticks to be used by the Chinese guests, the packages were clearly stamped made in Taiwan.
They're saying this in front of the White House, showing just how ignorant that the administration can be. Like, you're giving Chinese people chopsticks. Now, I understand that may seem like, we're doing the right thing, but they're made in Taiwan. I mean, like nothing's made in the good old USA.
Yeah.
Even a good gesture. It's coming from Taiwan. We just can't get it right, can we?
Dude, even our Statue of Liberty came from France.
Right, and it was brown and now it's green. It's all about money, baby. Well, some people say they couldn't get the paint off.
I want to know what's going on inside that thing.
That's what she said.
Google it.
Don't IMDb it.
America, no, I'm going to have to cuss one time here because it's in the movie. It's in the PG film.
Yes.
America ain't shit because the white man's got a God complex written on the wall when Chance first leaves the house. That's one of his introductions.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
Yeah,
I was so tired. I couldn't. Good job.
Very true.
Astute. Very foreshadowing about 30 years ahead of his time on that line.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, yeah. We'll just leave it at yeah.
Do you know Raphael? A small black man gave me a message for him.
A small black man gave me a message for Raphael.
A small black man.
He's so to the T.
But again, that's that old school racism because if you look at like in the court system, a 13-year-old white kid, that's a kid.
Right.
A 13-year-old black kid, that's tried as an adult.
I didn't see what you did there.
That's not a kid. That's a small black man.
All right. You're right. I agree 100%. I like that.
My last one is when Chance is on the radio or the TV show, and they're like, "So you're saying that there's going to be growth?"
Yes, there will be growth in the spring.
Just the way he says it, he's saying it matter-of-factly because it is matter-of-fact, but it's under the context to everybody else of a metaphor.
President. So what you're saying, I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yes, there will be growth.
Goodness grief. This is one of the pivotal moments for me, and I like to call this the moment where this is the only, I may be wrong, but for me, this is the only time that I challenged Peter Sellers. He didn't want to see the end of the film with the outtakes because he said it broke the lore. He broke character for the first time, but I disagree. I request elaboration because at an hour and 7 minutes in the movie, he literally looks and says, and it didn't have anything to do with TV, anything like that. He looks and says,
I'm sorry you're so sick, Ben.
To me, that was just so like, damn, he actually cares about him. Like everything he did up to that point was about gardening, about TV, about the moments. And he actually took something somebody said and didn't respond in just a general way that he normally would. He was like, I'm sorry, you're sick, Ben. And to me, that just kind of threw me. I was like,
I think that it felt like that moment was like a, like something deep inside of him is damaged from abandonment. Because how did he end up with this, with the original boss he had? He had to have been abandoned by his parents.
Oh, I know.
And like that fact said about autism, a lot of the times parents would, if they had a kid that were on the spectrum like that back in the day before anybody knew what to do with it, they'd hide it or adopt him out. They probably gave him to this rich guy, like, here, just let him work in your garden. So he was abandoned by his parents, and then he was abandoned indirectly by his boss that practically raised him because he died. So, and then in that scene, I think he was more so emotional about the fact that this is just another person that's leaving him. And you can kind of tell where his frame of mind was at, because like one of the very next things he says to the doctor, almost like he's clarifying and confirming out loud, Eve said that she would not close the house. I will still have a home.
Right, because he was referencing back to what happened before. That was very good, brother. Very good. Almost to reference what you said earlier. I have 2 more and we're done on this subject.
All you gotta be is white in America to get whatever you want.
But I say there's a flip side to that coin. I know a lot of white people that are on welfare that want what they want and they don't get shit. It's just, so while it is true, it's false.
It's a true part.
All you gotta do
it's a part of the equation.
It's a part of it, but yeah, you need more of the equation.
You
Yeah,
gotta be white and rich
and elite and pompous.
And I think the caveat to that is that you can narrow it down to you just got to be white, because if you're white, you're more likely to be coming from
What
wealth.
Nick McClain said
That
was the
was
vendor. Nick McClain said that the vendor.
You're coming from old school family wealth, your connections. So a lot of that comes with the advantage of being white in America. So there's more truth than not to that statement.
But I also know why she said that, because from where she comes from, that's all it takes.
As a white man, I stand by it.
There you go.
As a broke white man, I don't stand by it.
There we go.
He's gone, Chauncey.
Yes, I know, Robert.
I've seen this before. It happens to old people.
Yeah. French Dispatch. Yeah.
Old people who failed.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Those were our favorite lines. You also heard the favorite scenes and our talking points. Guys, put it this way, as much as we're talking about this film, when you go back and watch, you're going to be like, where's all this stuff they're talking about? Again, it's a slow burn. You have to really appreciate film to watch this. And again, thank you, Nick McClain, because without you, I had never even heard of it, but I definitely would have never watched this film. So thanks.
No, never. Yeah.